time of the day. I'm out here doing some food deliveries for the night and maybe drive some people around later on. I'm out here by Loyola Marymount College. We're about to go pick up some pho for an Uber customer. Today we're talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly of being a driver for Uber and doing deliveries. So you guys are welcome to chime in and talk about your experiences being a delivery person or a rideshare driver. Okay, so it's around here. I have a lot of pros and then I also have some cons. Like right now, I just did a food delivery for like $5 and I had to park. Well, first of all, I had to go to McDonald's and wait a while. And then that was taking up time. Then I had to come to an apartment complex, park somewhere. Then I had to walk into a complex and go up to the 5th floor. So once again, that's a lot of time. So is it worth it? I don't know. It's like $2 and something a mile. But luckily I have another order like around the block. So you guys tell me what you think. All right, so here we go. We're going to a pho restaurant. I always was calling it pho. I don't know. You guys let me know if it's pho or pho. But I like pho when it's cold outside. I know a lot of people really like it a lot. It's all right, but my grandma used to say with soup, you're still like hungry, like afterwards. And it's true, like it's not really heavy on the stomach, so you feel hungry pretty quickly. I agree with her on that. All right, I gotta make sure I put my flashers on so no one runs into the back of me. We're going up in here. Pho Grill and Tea. It's right here in the corner. All right. Guys, get it like a glimpse of what the business looks like. Hi, I have a pickup for Roxana.
Roxana's gonna be this one over here, right?
Thank you so much.
You got it.
All right. Complete pickup.
Head to your drop-off at Mariposa.
All right, we're off and outie. You guys see the restaurant behind me? Get like a glimpse of where we're at. They were really nice and they were quick, huh? We're on Manchester and Lincoln Boulevard. I'm at this intersection pretty often. It's rush hour, so I'm gonna put the food in on this side so I don't get rammed into by this ongoing traffic. So I guess that would be the ugly sometimes is all this heavy traffic. You got to constantly be like making sure no one runs into you and that you don't run into somebody. To see how fast they drive. Okay, I have to take this off. Oh, the good thing about that last delivery is that I got some steps in. That's one good thing about doing food deliveries is you get steps in. Versus driving people, sometimes I would drive around people like all day long and that's not like much movement. Seems good because you're not like getting in and out, but honestly, the body was designed to move. So you do want to at least at some part of the day get some type of exercise in. I highly suggest if you're gonna do rideshare, try to get in like 30 minutes of exercise to an hour and really like maybe even set a timer. I knew this other gentleman who was older than me And he would say he has a gym membership and he'll go work out for an hour. I think that's really important. Because if not, you'll be like the truck driver. You know how like a lot of truck drivers are overweight and unhealthy because they're working for so many hours just sitting down, which is not
Just ahead, turn right on
good for
Loyola
us. We
Boulevard.
want to burn some calories. We got to stay in motion. The people who stay in motion live longer, you know. So that's something to think about.
Turn right on Loyola
Making
Boulevard.
exercise a priority in your life. Because if we don't have our health, we have really nothing else. We can't do everything else that we'd like to do. If we're overweight and out of shape and have all these different illnesses and things like that. It's like really gray outside. It's cold. But then when I'm in the car, I got this big old heavy jacket on. I'm hot, like, you know. So I can't win. I'm gonna roll down the window. Right now it's like 56 degrees in Playa del Rey, which is in Los Angeles. If you guys have never been to my channel before, my name is Cassandra. I'm also known as Spice. I'm a mother. I'm a grandmother. I'm a business owner. All right, we're gonna make it right here.
Turn right on Westchester Parkway.
They don't give you a break for anything. Look at that beautiful sunset, you guys. We're about to pull up on the ocean if we get down far enough. That's one thing bad about working in LA. A lot of people honk the horn. Like that person flashed their lights in my rearview mirror, and they're not even the police. They're just some ordinary drivers who are impatient. So that's one of the negative things about working in LA. You got to deal with a lot of different personalities, a lot of A-type personalities who don't like to wait. Some of them feel entitled. So that could be one of the negative or one of the bad and the ugly of doing this job. As our friend Alex likes to say, some of the people are bougie. But I'm like, and if they're tell them something.
Right on Pershing Drive.
But see, the good thing about doing this job, look, we get to look at these beautiful sunsets. We're not stuck at a desk from like 9 to 5 for like 8 or 9 hours. We get to see different parts of the city. We get to meet different people like all throughout the day. Thank you for the thumbs up. We're constantly like meeting
Right on Manitoba
either
Street.
business owners or employees or customers.
Turn right on Manitoba Street, then turn left on Village Road.
Okay, thank you, Canadian. That's my friend. You guys make sure and follow him. Canadian Gig Life. He's also does deliveries like me. Welcome in, Canadian. So he worked his W-2 earlier, so he's kind of
Drop off on the left.
at the house resting now, but he also did some deliveries after work. Okay, how do we get in here? That's the struggle. Sometimes people give us addresses, but a lot of times the GPS doesn't work correctly, and sometimes people don't give us codes to get through the gate. Kira wants to go live with me. Oh, Awesome. I still haven't been on Hero's stream. I'd like to check him out too. Use code. Okay, enter through the garage, elevator to second floor, leave at my door. Okay, so they did give us the code. We're gonna go through the garage. Thank you, Canadian. Yeah, I can't wait to see him as well. Val's been out there all damn day long too. We've been grinding all day long. Hopefully the internet doesn't cut off over here. Okay, so it says, they gave me a gate code. Enter through the garage. Okay. We're over in the garage. Where do we park? Guest parking in yellow zone only. Okay, where's the yellow? This is yellow. Okay. Sometimes doing this job, we look unsafe, especially as a woman. Like this garage would be scary to me like at 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning because, you know, sometimes there's predators and stuff. So that's one of the things we got to watch out for is our safety, especially if you're a woman. Well, men too. I'm in Los Angeles. Some parts of LA have a lot of violence and
Village Road, then drop off on the left.
dangerous parts of town.
Turn left on Village Road, then drop off on the left.
It's like the Wild West out here for real. I always make a joke you have to have your bulletproof vest on because in LA they really do fire. They really do shoot. So you always got to be like aware of your surroundings. I say that constantly because it's true. One of the ugly parts about doing this job is we put a lot of wear and tear on our car. And we're going to the other side. I usually have more than one vehicle because in case one breaks down, you have another vehicle. I just treat this car like this is like a taxi cab or something. I don't think too much of it. Plan on getting another car, and I'm probably going to be switching over to focusing on my own business endeavors. Maybe do this part-time like a lot of the other delivery people. They work their W-2 and then they still do this like for maybe some extra income. We shall see. All right, let me get in here. Leave at the door. Thank you. Thank you. All right, you guys, that was hot in the elevator. Let me see, we're going to second floor. We're here. 5206. So it's like a manhunt. We're like searching for this apartment. 5221. We got to see if numbers are going up or down. Hey, you guys. Thanks for coming in here. 5220. What's the numbers are going down? Wow. You're getting closer. I'm already winded just from doing these few deliveries. 14. And it's not here, so like, where is it at? This says the stairs. Where is it at? Behind me or something? You're going in circles sometimes. I'm looking for 5206. If you guys see it, let me know. Hopefully it's over. I should have seen this sign. I didn't pay that any attention. So it is. It's over here. Oh my God. There goes a dog. That was such a pretty wreath. Big old dog. All right, let's take a picture.
Drop off on the left.
So yeah, I guess that's one of the things you have to worry about. Oh, look at this wreath. It's really pretty. See how many people get stuff delivered to them? Look at all the different wreaths. Oh my gosh. I got some exercise in just doing that. Another downfall or negative or bad is sometimes you're waiting a long time for an order. That's why I sometimes do rideshare or food deliveries, because I don't like sitting around waiting for like an hour, not making any money. That could be a waste of time. Shit. Take my phone case off. Sometimes you break your cell phone, like I did the other day. My cell phone has a big old light at the bottom. I was doing Amazon Flex for the very first time, which turned out to be a big challenge. A lot of work in my opinion. And it took a lot out of my phone. Not only did I drop the phone, it was like killing the battery. So certain apps wear out your battery pretty quickly. And also doing these jobs, you're using a lot of your internet up pretty quickly. Like I got a message today saying I used like a certain amount of internet, and I just paid my phone bill, so that's something to think about. Another thing you have to deal with is a lot of people are like, why don't you just get a regular job? Or do what job they do. And they're miserable people as well. So I really don't care what they have to say. Because if you go to an Ivy League school, they don't teach you to go work for someone else. They teach you to create your own business. And so that's like the mentality I live by. Like I rather take risks, create my own business, and they say people who have their own business make like at least 8 times more than someone who works for someone else. I was saying 8 times, and I met a business owner, and he says he makes what he used to make in a year, like in like a month now. And he sells items out of a warehouse. So, you know, who are you going to listen to? Someone who's miserable at a 8 to 5 job, or someone who's making like huge amount of money in 1 month? I'm going to listen to the person who's making money the quickest, and their family still gets to come see them at their job and things like that. They create their own work schedule. They come and go as they like. So I prefer to be self-employed than listen to a lot of miserable people. All right, I'm gonna show you the road. Just because I'm starting to get hot up in here. There's an Indian restaurant up here on the right. I might park over there. I've been craving some Indian food. So that's another positive or joy of doing this job, is we learn about a lot about the different businesses, a lot of different restaurants. And that's how I discovered some. And now I'm like a fan of some of these restaurants that I never would have known nothing about unless I did this job. So this Indian restaurant right here, they get a lot of customers. So I think I'm gonna just pull up in here and see if we get one now. Trying to decide whether I want to drive people around today or just like do food deliveries. And across the street is a Mexican restaurant too, so either way, I'm good with it. I'm out in California, so there's Proposition 22. So if we don't make enough throughout the week in order to meet like our hourly pay rate, they have Proposition 22. So that's pretty good. It's like you get more money on whatever day they pick. For us out here in LA, it's on Thursday every 2 weeks. I thought it was every week, I wish, but it's every 2 weeks. Share my stream. Let's see here with Noah. A pro is that I've met some some other gig workers. Like, we have an online community, and now doing this job, not only do I know the people in my city, I know people throughout the US and also in other countries. Like, if you ever see my friend Canadian Gig App Life, he's in Canada, so he also does gig work. I mentioned him earlier. But yeah, now I have a new friend in Canada. I didn't know anyone in Canada until I started doing this job. So that's one of the positives of working this type of work. We get to see different parts of the world by checking out their pictures or their social media or their YouTube site. I've mentioned in my previous videos, I've gotten a lot of blessings by doing this job. I have a globe, like, which decorates my table with like flowers in it. I have this cute little keychain. Let me show you guys. That has a mirror on it. One of my customers gave it to me. It was just like an unexpected gift. It's so sweet, and it says love on it. So she just gave me this little mirror by doing this job, and I love it. It's like my favorite little unexpected gift. It says love, and then you open it up and there's a mirror inside. I thought that was so sweet. It's beautiful. I love this color. I love the flower. I love the details. So that's very precious gift that I got. This car, I got this car because one of my customers was a car salesman, and we just started talking, and I wasn't sure if I could get a car or not, and he convinced me that I could, and I got a car at his dealership. So that's a huge blessing. I got a keyboard. I was telling one of my customers that I was taking music courses. I was taking like a piano class, and so he went inside his house and got me a keyboard. Just Canadian said something in the comments section. Live chat. Just eating, I'll camp out here. Thank you, Canadian. I appreciate it. That's Canadian. You guys make sure and follow him. He's the guy I've been talking about. Like I said, he does deliveries as well. Salmon, rice, and broccoli. You always eat so healthy, all the good stuff. I'm a pescatarian, so I like that salmon. Okay, thank you, Canadian. He's camping. So sometimes people come in here and they camp out on the stream. That means they're like either listening or they got the phone on mute, but they're supporting the stream, which is helpful because like maybe some more people will come in. That's a way a lot of people usually live their life. Like if they see like a group of people like at a restaurant, they want to go and see what all the excitement's about. If there's a new book author and they're in the mall and they see like a group of people gathered there, they usually come. So it really helps if you have someone supporting you, even if it's one person. You never know who that one person could be. Hey, Mike the Bike the Dasher. Yeah, even if you have one person coming in, that might be Jesus on your stream. That might be the person who owns YouTube. You never know who's there. You know what I mean? So I'm always thankful if even one person comes up. You don't know, that one person might have connections to like thousands of people, millions of people. That person might be a millionaire. A lot of successful people, they don't have like all this extravagant clothes and things like that. They'll be just dressed, you know, casual. And they have access to a lot of things. Like one of my passengers, he owns like 6 warehouses. Hey Mike, maybe you'll have 69 watchers someday. Thank you, Mike. So I've met people who own like 6 warehouses. I went to film school, so like if he has 6 warehouses of like different items, all those items could like be props for my set, you know, and they're investors into my TV show or my business or something. So you never know who you'll pick up. You meet a lot of great connections in here. My mom said a lot of the time she doesn't talk to the driver or the drivers don't talk to her. I'm one of those people that's very social, and so it's actually helped me for the most part make great connections. Like I have music producers in here, I have music artists in here, vice presidents of furniture companies. One gentleman said he's going to send me like a standing up desk. Thank you, Mike the Bike Dasher. Mike brought everybody up in here. I told you. He brought everybody up in here. So Mike the Bike the Dasher is another great person to follow. If you guys ever check him out in the morning, like he has like tons and tons of useful information for people who are considering either YouTubing or who are considering dashing. He does it on a bike, so you don't necessarily need a car. A lot of people feel like, oh my gosh, I don't have a car, how am I going to make some money? He does it on a bike. And there's a lot of people, honestly, the people on the bike get probably the most views, because when you watch them like in action when they're on the road, it looks like you're actually in a video game, because they're like dodging oncoming traffic, all kinds of things, that the poor road conditions. Thank you, Mike the Bike the Dasher. Yeah, so don't let anyone talk you out of like, oh, you need a car to work. No, you don't. You get a bike, e-bike like he has. So I've gotten a lot of like blessings, like I said, out of doing this job. Like I have so many items. Like I have purses, I got knives people have left in here. I've gotten like almost anything that you could probably imagine. Okay, we got a customer. So we're going to Senior G's. I've been going to Senior G's a lot. Okay, we're about to go over there. And this is for DoorDash. DoorDash is into his house. I gotten free food. I love free food. Free drinks. All right, we're going over there. Free clothes. All right, here we go. I'm going to show you guys the road because it's lit up more than I am right about now. And maybe you guys will be able to see the sunset. Some of the negatives have been like getting a flat tire, your battery dies, shit like that. That's always a bummer. You're making money and then that all goes downhill when you get a flat tire. Or your battery dies out, your car. But I talked to another driver before, and I'm like, what are you gonna do if your car breaks down? He said, I'll just get another car. So they don't worry about it too much. They know that as long as you're like stacking up some money, you could just move on to the next vehicle. And like I mentioned in my previous videos, if you have kids, you can work around their schedule. Like a lot of times, most parents work like during the day, and sometimes they're not able to get to their kids' games or the recitals. So this way, like, you can either work before or after your child's recital. So you'll be able to go to those important dates instead of missing out on them. So that's another pro of doing this job. And I meet like all types of people. Like, I know like the security to buildings, you know what I mean? The cooks at different restaurants, the people that work the front desk. And I also have a different channel, the Spicy Divorce Party Planner. So when I'm out there doing these deliveries and things, I'm seeing like what these venues look like. I'm like, okay, well, I could probably have a divorce party here. Or I can use this person to cater one of my divorce parties. I deliver to boats too sometimes, like so. I deliver to firemen, policemen. So you get to know like all the people in your community. It's good to have those relationships with those people because you never know whose hand you might need in life. So I think like every person has something to offer if you just take the time to get to know them. Most people, I think everybody has something to offer. It would be like the smallest thing and that might help you. You might have a difficult situation in your life and you'll be like, oh, this person said that. And that can help solve whatever issue you have at hand. Sometimes just driving around as a creator, like, you know how they say the universe talks to you? Like, you'll be driving around and you'll get a thought. Like, oh my God, this will solve that problem. I can write an article on this subject. Let me see here. I could write a book. Let me see. Okay, delivery. See, at that Indian restaurant. I can't do that right now because I'm doing DoorDash, right? I'm doing a DoorDash order, I believe. So we're going in here. I'm going to say no. We're doing DoorDash. So I don't want to do both at the same time. And then the apps get pissed off at me. See, these people are starting to see me all the time because I'm over here doing. Hopefully I won't block these people. I'll just grab his food and go, hopefully. Sometimes you got to worry about people coming out of the building like you're blocking their parking. So that's something to think about. If you guys want to share in the comment section, like what are the pros or cons of doing delivery, or go ahead and chime in the comment section. Because people tend to follow people who leave comments, is what I noticed. Yeah, I met a lot of like I said, executives and vice presidents of companies that a lot of people wouldn't have access to. But because I'm driving them around, I'm meeting investors, you guys. I have a gentleman who said he'll help me with my show. We want to get like Barbara Eden on my show and like Elvira. So he said he'd help me with that. I have. Okay, arrived at the store. Michael B. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, confirm order is picked up. All right. See you later. You too. See, they got the Uber Eats and DoorDash logo up there. Ooh, it's cold out here. But not as cold as Canadian. He works in the freaking snow. I don't know how he does it. He should be a character on Star Wars. You know how in Star Wars they have them out? Sometimes they're in the sand and sometimes they're in the snow. He'd make a perfect Star Wars character working out there in the snow. I'm surprised. I haven't really seen bikes in. I see those things that they fly on. It looks kind of like bikes. I don't know if they're bikes. I've met people from Star Wars. So Star Wars is my favorite film besides Grease. Those are my two favorite movies. So I've actually met a gentleman who did makeup on the set of Star Wars, and like one of my regular customers.